In a sleepy village nestled between rolling hills and whispering woods, there was an old lantern maker's workshop at the edge of town. The villagers called it the House of Light, because from sunrise to sunset, its windows flickered with the warm glow of dozens of handcrafted lanterns. Inside, lanterns of all shapes and colors hung from wooden beams. Some were painted with gold leaves, others etched with stars. Every few days, someone from the village would come to pick one out, usually for a child's room or a wedding celebration. The lanterns were lit, and joy followed them out the door. But not Luma. Luma was small and made of soft copper with a glass belly shaped like a teardrop. She had a lovely design, delicate engravings of stars and moons, but something was missing. No matter how many times the lantern maker tried, Luma would not hold a flame. "She's pretty but no use," he mumbled one day, setting her gently on the highest shelf, where the dust settled thick and the sunlight never reached. From her perch, Luma watched the world move on. She saw children laugh as they carried glowing lanterns home. She saw lovers walk beneath the stars with light dancing between them. And at night, she sat in darkness, dreaming of what it would feel like to glow. Each morning, the lantern maker lit his newest creations. The other lanterns would shine proudly, flickering and humming softly. And Luma? She sat quietly, pretending her glass belly held a tiny sun. She imagined that someday someone would choose her, not just for light, but for something more. It was a night like no other. Heavy clouds rolled over the village, covering the moon and stars. Rain drummed against rooftops, and strong winds swept through the cobbled streets. One by one, lanterns flickered out across the town. The village plunged into complete darkness. Inside the old lantern workshop, silence hung in the air, until the door creaked open. A small figure stepped inside, dripping wet and shivering. It was Eli, a boy of no more than 10. His eyes were clouded with gray, for Eli was blind from birth. But his steps were sure. He had been here before, many times, listening to the gentle sounds of lanterns jingling in the breeze or feeling the smooth wood of the counters with his fingertips. This night, however, he wasn't here to browse. He was lost. The storm had caught him far from home, and without light or guidance, he wandered until his hands touched the door of the lantern shop. He reached out in the dark, feeling for something, anything, to help him find his way back. His fingers brushed the edge of a shelf. One object felt warm despite the cold air. It was round, delicate, with soft etchings he traced gently. He didn't know it, but it was Luma, forgotten and dusty. "I think you'll do," he whispered. Eli held Luma close and stepped back into the storm. She didn't glow. She didn't shine. But in his hands, she began to make the faintest sound, a soft hum, almost like a lullaby. As the boy walked, he listened carefully. Each time he tilted Luma, her little pieces inside clinked, a gentle chime, like wind through trees. Using the sound, Eli could tell where to turn, where to stop, where to move forward. And so began the journey of a blind boy and a lantern without a flame, two forgotten souls GUID. Days turned into weeks, and Eli and Luma became inseparable companions. Though Luma never held a flame, she began to show her true magic in ways no one had expected. Every evening, Eli would take Luma in his hands and listen carefully as the tiny pieces inside the lantern jingled and chimed. The sounds helped him map the world around him, the creak of a door, the rustle of leaves, the steps of passing neighbors. Luma's soft hum became his guide and comfort. The villagers noticed. Some whispered that the boy was foolish for trusting a lantern that didn't shine. Others laughed and said Luma was just a pretty decoration, not a real lantern at all. But Eli didn't mind. He knew something the others didn't. Light wasn't always about brightness. Sometimes, it was about the warmth and hope a friend could bring, even in silence. One afternoon, as Eli sat by the window, he gently ran his fingers over Luma's etched stars and moons. "You're special," he said softly, "not because you shine, but because you help me find my way." And in that moment, Luma felt something new, a tiny spark of pride that glowed warmly inside her, even without a flame. Winter came to the village, painting the hills white with snow and frosting the windows with delicate patterns. One cold afternoon, Eli decided to visit the forest near his home. He loved the soft crunch of snow beneath his feet and the way the pine trees whispered secrets in the wind. But the forest was vast and tricky to navigate, especially for a boy who couldn't see. As the sky grew darker and snow began to fall harder, Eli realized he was lost. Holding Luma tightly, he sat down beneath a towering pine tree, feeling the cold seep into his bones. He spoke softly to the lantern, as if to a dear friend, "I'm scared, Luma. I don't know the way home." The quiet hum inside Luma grew stronger, responding to his words. Suddenly, a gentle golden glow flickered within her glass belly. It wasn't the fierce blaze of a flame, but a warm, steady light, soft and comforting. Eli's face lit up with a smile. "You're shining. Not because of fire, but because of us." Guided by Luma's tender glow, Eli carefully made his way through the snow-covered forest. The lantern's light danced on the frosted branches, leading him safely back to the village. From that day on, Luma's glow appeared only in moments of true need, when Eli's heart was full of hope, love, and courage. It was a light born not from flame, but from the fire within their friendship. Back in the village, Eli and Luma became a symbol of hope and quiet strength. The villagers, once doubtful, now saw the true magic of the little lantern who couldn't shine, because her light wasn't just flame or brightness, but the love and courage she inspired. Luma's gentle glow appeared only when it was needed most, lighting paths through the darkest nights and warming hearts when fear crept in. She taught everyone that sometimes the most powerful light comes not from what you see, but from what you feel inside. Eli and Luma's story spread beyond the village, reminding people everywhere that every soul has a spark waiting to shine, even when the world tries to leave it in the shadows. And so, in a world full of dazzling lights, the quiet little lantern found her place. Not as the brightest, but as the one who shined with a fire no storm could ever put out. Thank you so much for joining us on this magical journey with Eli and Luma. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more heartfelt tales full of hope, courage, and inspiration, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click the bell icon so you never miss a new story. Your support means the world to us and helps keep the magic alive for viewers of all ages. Together, let's keep discovering the power of kindness and the light that shines within each of us.